Jody, and I've been gone for about a month, so I'm happy to be back from my vacation and back to Furry Fridays. It's October the 28th today, and I have Gordon here. He first came to the shelter on the 17th of July, and he was the kind of dog, and that might, just let me back up a little bit here. I might go on and on about this, so I apologize because this may be a long Furry Friday, because he does have a real good backstory, and I want to make sure it gets out because it's so critical when you adopt a dog to know the dog that you're getting. So anyway, he came in July the 17th, and he was very afraid. He couldn't get himself any farther back in his kennel. You could just see his eyes wishing he was anywhere other than where he was. So the first couple of days he was available for the volunteers to walk. We were very cautious with them, and it was very slow then. So a lot of the volunteers had lots of opportunity to work with him and get him acclimated to the shelter environment. As you all know, it's very different than a home environment. So he was afraid of the noises, and he was afraid of all the people. Anyway, so on September the 16th, he was adopted, and they had him for about 8 or 9 days, and they brought him back because he wouldn't eat and they no longer had time for him. So when you talk about a dog that's shy and timid and afraid of the world anyway, getting him into an environment where he's not really wanted or people don't have time for him, that sets him back in his personality. Anyway, so he came back. He was here for 3 days, and he was adopted again on, let's see, let me make sure I get the dates right. He was adopted again on the 19th of September. And one of the volunteers that was involved in the adoption process actually spoke to the people and told them that he was timid, that he was going to take some work, that he was not the kind of dog that you just go home with and they're just going to be happy and friendly and love everybody without any issues. And she actually spent some time with them, walking him through them, and they seemed to understand. Well, no more than 8 days later, he's back again. This time it was he didn't like the other dog, which is, well, I'll tell you that story in a minute. He didn't like the other dog, or the other dog didn't like him, and also that he didn't like men. Well, this dog is fabulous, you know, but he's not the kind of dog that you take home and he's just going to be happy. He's going to take some work. He's very shy. He's very timid. I took him for a walk down City Drive, and it's not the street noises, and it's not the buses and the big cars going by that scare him. What scares him are the loud noises within the shelter and within any home environment. You're going to have doors slamming, and you're going to have kitchen dishes rattling. That's what scares him, and that's something that is not going to be overcome in 8 days. That's going to take a long time. It's going to take him trusting the people that he's living with, and that's going to take a long time as well. Gordon's about 4 years old, so he comes with some baggage. You know, he comes with 4 years of baggage, and please stay with me. Hi, stay with me, okay, sweetheart. But it's certainly doable. I have a dog, and it took me almost 2.5 years to work that out of him, because it's not something that happens overnight. He does like other dogs. We've had him in our play group, and he loves to run around with other dogs. We have several male kennel attendants. He shows no issues to them at all. Now, I will say, though, that when you're talking about a dog that's this timid and shy, a big, burly, deep voice is going to be frightening to them. He's going to back off and be afraid of you. Hang on, baby. There's a dog next door, and he'd love to go see that dog because he loves other dogs. He seems to gravitate towards women, which is what my dog did as well. And I live with a former Marine who's got a big burly voice, a big husky voice, and it took a long time for Biscuit to understand that Kent wasn't gonna hurt him. So, I guess my whole story to this end is that you don't take a dog like this home and 8 days later everything is fine. This is going to work. This is going to be a work in progress. He has blossomed at the shelter. he has blossomed here, and it's sad when you see them thinking that the shelter is their home, and because he needs to get into a family situation, no kids, but he needs an adult couple that will spend time with him, love him, get him to be trusting, and that's what this is all about. So please, the right couple, come down and get him. He's in kennel 353. His name is Gordon. He's a 4.5-year-old Chihuahua, a big Chihuahua. He's a big dog. He's about 18 pounds, and he is a real lover, all right? So the right family, understand what you're getting, come down and pick him up. Thanks so much.